Hello, Dawnsbury citizens. Welcome to level 7. The bad news is there is this thing called the Great Axiomatic Barrier that was protecting our world from chaotic threats such as demons. The worst news is that apparently that barrier collapsed and has now been corrupted into the Profane barrier, which will kill non-evil things, and is trying to expand to cover the world. And the worst news is the Aeon, who lost the ability to maintain the barrier, turned himself into a lich and then tried to kill us. So this leaves us in a bit of a bind, and our best plan at this point is to try to get to heaven to maybe get an artifact that could let us dispel the barrier and maybe figure out how to stop it before everything that is not evil dies. It's a plan. It's a plan. So, before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, let's level up to 7. We can take Master in Acrobatics now, which is really important because now we can take Kip Up, which allows us to stand up from prone as a free action without provoking attacks of opportunity, but definitely helpful if we ever get dropped during a fight especially. We've unlocked level 4 spells. One of these is definitely going to be Invisibility. Where's that? Which means that now if we cast that, for the rest of the encounter we are invisible even if we use hostile actions. So that means enemies will have a 50% mischance on us. It does have the catch that if we're trying to heal our friends, that'll cause a problem as well. But we have things like Sea Invisibility to counter that. So we have Invisibility, and what else can we grab here? I'm thinking Phantasmal Killer might be nice. Fly is also a little tempting. Let's go with Phantasmal Killer. Okay. Alright, we need to pick them from 2 different things. That's right, that's right. And we are probably not going to be casting stuff on other invisible people, probably. Signature spell. We don't need it to be Invisibility because it's already at level 4, which is really all when we need it. Let's grab Phantasmal Killer as a signature spell, so we can always cast that whenever we need to. Our Ranger, you probably don't need to Kip Up as much because you're way at the back. We may need you to disable locks and traps and stuff. So I guess we go with that, but we still would have 15 without it. I'm going to go for Master in Acrobatics first. Kip Up is just when you need it, it is really powerful. Again, we will grab Kip Up on everyone except Safi. No, even Safi. There we go. Cleric's prepared spells. We're going to keep popping in those heals. But now for level 2, we can start fiddling with some other things. Let's toss in some Sea Invisibilities if we need them. And we still have a Scroll of Fairy Fire as well. And we still have, I think, Fairy Fire or Glitter Dust at least. On the Bard. We can take a look. Shop-wise, we have a good chunk of money. We don't need a beggar bag of holding. Fearless Sash, bonuses versus fear, Gloves of Story, Necklace of Fireballs, Cloak of Fire Resistance, Cloak of Elven Kind. Boots of Bounding aren't bad. I don't know if we have a strong need for them. I'm not gonna. Maybe we should get it on Anna at least, since she does move around. Alright. Scarlet, you get the healing potions. We'll grab a Boots of Bounding so Anna can move faster. And then we have no new runes. We get some special new runes do appear next time. That's when we start seeing the elemental runes like Flaming, Shock, Frost, etc. So that seems a lot more potentially interesting. So I think we just grab some more scrolls. We're probably eventually going to want to upgrade these. We'll probably start using these soon. But in these long encounters where there's a kind of downtime, like the swamp exploration encounter, these are really efficient. That's one of the things they're helpful for. Okay. I think otherwise we're good. Does Scarlet have... what are our spells here? Oh, not Scarlet. Anna. Yeah, we do have Fairy Fire there, so we're good. Okay, if I'm forgetting anything, we will fix it later. I don't think it's anything vital, so let us be off. We need the Tiara of Open Skies to pierce the Profane barrier. The artifact is associated with heaven, and you're friends with an angel. Perhaps she can help you find it.
I swear, I wasn't trying to fight it, Miss Brightshield. I didn't even know it was a monster.
So, what will you do the next time you spot a suspicious mold?
I'll call for an adventurer.
Good. Now show me the wound.
Thank you, Miss Brightshield. Do you want the 4 GP the molds dropped?
I can't take payment for temple services, Finian. Take the gold and buy yourself a healing potion.
Yes, Miss Brightshield. Excuse me.
I see you're becoming very popular around here.
I can't really undo what I did, but...
If spending all your energy healing isn't the best way to make penance, then I don't know what is.
Bringing Lenka back. Taking revenge against the demons.
You may be able to help us with that.
No, sorry. I can't take part in combat anymore. I tried, but I can't.
Have you lost your sword? We have replacements.
I tried fighting a wild monster while you were away. I tried striking it, or casting a spell, but I couldn't. I froze in fear, paralyzed. I fought a monster 4 levels below me, and survived only by fleeing. I can't help you against the demons.
Perhaps you can't help us fight, but you can help us with information.
We are searching for the Tiara of Open Skies. It can pierce the demon's barrier.
The Tiara of Open Skies? But we have that. It's kept in the Heavenly Vault.
Which is in...
Heaven, yes. I'm sorry, I can't get you there anymore. I lost the ability to plane shift along with the rest of my powers when I...
Is there perhaps another way to heaven?
There's an old portal site near Dawnsbury. Perhaps one of those portals could be directed towards heaven.
Is this something you could do, Lori?
Maybe... I can try. I'm still attuned to heaven.
But that place is crawling with giant spiders.
We can clear those out.
Very well. Miss Brightshield, stay here for now. We'll secure the portal site and then come back for you. And then we will go to heaven.
I guess arachnophobia warning. We are going to be seeing the spiders. I will not be playing on arachnophobia mode. I apologize for if this negatively affects you, but I would like people to see what the default is in this video at least. The tiara you're looking for is in the Vaults of Heaven itself. To plane shift there, you could use an ancient portal site nearby Dawnsbury, but first you need to secure it.
A spider!
Spider. A crude approximation of the bare reality. You are lucky your limited senses protect you.
It's an aberration, not native to our point of light.
The tendrils of despair are closing around your world as we speak. Avert your eyes and sleep. Heed me. Scatter and live out your lives in ignorance.
We need the portals, Horror.
The portals belong to the plateau. They are not yours.
There is more of you?
Untold legions. Heed my last warning. Flee and live in ignorance. Or stay and die in anguish.
The Dark Spider is the most important threat. Move forward, team, and eliminate it.
The Dark Spider might be the most important threat, but there's a number of other giant spiders here, so let's see. We are facing a level 7 Lang Spider that can summon spiders, has fast healing, and has web weaponry and poison, web halberd, so that has reach. And then we have giant spiders, which are level 5 enemies, spider venom, web walk, etc. Okay. Scarlet, what can we do first with you? Those only have standard cover, but everything's going to have a lot of cover here from us, I think, without, even if we move forward. Okay. So, let's do a gravity weapon. And we can attack either of those, and they should be the same. And then we will fire out. It's not too terrible. Here they come. Safi. Let's get a bless going. And toss a healer's blessing on Tokdar. All the spiders advancing. Alright, Anna. Let's get this party started. First of all, we're going to do a lingering Dirge of Doom. And then we'll move over here. Yeah, that was underwhelming. The Lang Spider summoned a spider, which we're probably going to want to go for next, but I don't think we want to ignore the ones right here quite yet. 90% chance to hit, missed. Okay. And then, what's her chance to hit here? 40% still. I think damage is more important at this exact moment. Alright, Scarlet. Let's do our Hunter's Aim. Oh, that wasn't bad. Alright, Safi, what shall we do here? We'll do the Healer's Blessing when it's needed. In the meantime, we'll increase the Bless radius. And if we can be trying to take out some of these enemies, that'll be good. So I'm thinking we're probably fine as is here. So let's toss out some needle darts. Spiders down. So that's actually a problem, because if we take the reaction, we can't step and attack. So I'm going to actually pass on this. That because I want... Oh, we missed again. Rolled another 2. Okay, well, these things happen. Okay, Bard spells. We could cast Calm Emotions, but we'd be hitting ourselves right there, so I don't know if... I'm not sure that's worth it. Let's just beat the crap out of these things. That'll do. And then we still have more actions. So let's come down here and help. Now in the laying spider summons. It's just doing web trips. Okay. We are still flanking over here easily. That'll do. Go Healer's Blessing over there. And we can step, knocked it prone. Scarlet is prone, so we kip up. A good thing we took it. You're prone, and let's crit you. That works for me. Ouch, okay. Yeah, well, they had deadlock. Okay, well. We need time to toss out a heal. Increase our bless radius. Anna, we're still singing our Dirge of Doom. This is the last turn for it. Now the Lang Spider's approaching, okay. 22 AC versus 23. He does not actually have very much AC. I'm more annoyed with those spiders he's summoning, so I'm just gonna go for it here. Critical hit, he's prone. Another critical hit, okay, so that was a 14 on the first one, and a 19 on the second one. And we will pick up our bow, we will kip up, and hunt prey, hunted shot, laying spiders down, and we can prevent some damage there. There's just a few spiders left to go, but we do have spider venom on us, so if Scarlet drops, it can be very dangerous with that effectively persistent damage. But it's not really a crisis here, so I'm going to burn a level 3 spell on her. But that's good boosted by the Healer's Blessing, of course. And then we will raise our shield. Tugdor laughs at your pathetic. Critical failure, Dirge of Doom. Okay. But remember, even a critical failure in Dirge of Doom still gives us the effect. We just... It's about the focus points. Sure. Yeah, you're dead. Okay. You're going next, so let's take you out. And then you'll go after that. No problemo.
Area secure. We have control of the portal site.
What do you think the spider was up to?
The portals lead to the 6 elemental planes. Fire, water, air, earth, wood, and metal. Elementals aren't usually evil. And they don't scheme. I don't think any of them would ally with the spider.
Perhaps the spider hopes you use the site to open a portal to another plane, much like what we intend to do.
Perhaps.
In any case, the site is ours. Let's go back for Miss Brightshield and then on to heaven.
Alright, we did it. Found a moderate healing potion. I guess the laying spider had that. Alright, with the portal site secured, Lori prepares to perform the plane shift ritual, but the ritual is complex and dangerous, and the gates are ancient. Who knows what could happen?
This gate is the most stable. I'll use this one for the plane shift ritual.
Whenever you're ready, Miss Brightshield.
Thank you for helping us, Lori.
Elu ur, naya eshi sono ir. I su sanimala, ir irusmi. There's feedback. Some of of the elemental gates are activating on their own.
We'll protect you, Lori.
Yes, focus on the ritual, Miss Brightshield. Team, prepare for incoming.
Sure. Alright, so apparently we're gonna have incoming. There's a planar gate of water. It'll summon a water element, will then deactivate again, so that's over there. So let's get a bless rolling, and we will start moving that way so we can intercept things. Scarlet, get your gravity weapon up. And then we'll just move over here too. Anna, let's have you move over as well. And I guess we can just do Dirge of Doom. Tokdar, move over here. And we're going to start popping out some Healer's Blessings. Because what's going to happen is...
The gate summoned an elemental. Destroy it before it interrupts Miss Brightshield.
I hate to break it to you, Anna, but that's 2 elementals, not 1. Okay. What do we got? Blizzard Born. Immunities cold, bleed, poison, paralyzed, weak to fire. They do slashing plus persistent cold. Shatter and ice. Whenever we hit the Blizzard Born with an attack that deals physical damage, they blast things within a 5-foot emanation. And if you fail a save, you are blinded for 1 round. Okay. Scarlet goes next. Both are before Anna. Anna can shut down their reactions, but we can't hit them with a Divine Lance. So I think we just have to deal with it. That'll let us take a 5-foot step. We saved. And smack him. That's good, that's good. I don't know why it says Dirge of Doom twice there. That's interesting. Alright, then in general I want to increase the bless radius. But I'm going to have to do that another turn, because right now I want to give the bless radius. Scarlet, let's hunt prey. I mean, this is really no... Basically, we might as well be using a melee weapon here, right? We'd have a bigger damage dice and everything else, so us being ranged here is not helping, but... Okay, it's going for Tokdar. So one thing we're going to want to do here is this can now do Shattering Ice again. So we're going to try to shut that down. You're slowed and everything. Great. Okay. And we already have our Dirge of Doom is lingering. So we'll smack you. Tokdar will do the same. Alright, he's down. And then I guess we just go for it. We missed. Alright, the planar game of Gate of Wood summoned a living grove with branches, nuts, and a vine prison. Deals 5d bludgeoning damage to an enemy. On a failure, they fall prone or on restraints, and are slowed 1 and stunned 2? Okay, well that looks nasty, so we're going to want to get rid of that. Let's keep increasing our bless radius, and we'll just deal with that if it happens. Alright, Tokdar is blinded. Here comes the Living Grove. Anna, come on over here. Oh, that's Scarlet. – 85% versus... this down. Regains its reaction right now. So we want to deny it that reaction. No more blinding. Give ourselves the flank. Tokdar is blinded temporarily. Let's wait till after Safi. Alright, we just had a Zoran join the battle. Level 7, potentially pretty nasty looking thing. Alright, well, first of all, let's top off Tokdar here and give him a big boost. Keep increasing our bless radius. No longer blinded. And try to take this thing out. Here comes the Living Grove. Hunter's Aim. And hope a 100 shot hits. Alright, that's down. Zorn, 25 AC, all-around vision, can't be flanked, and a nasty claw frenzy. Then we have the Living Grove. I think we probably try to get the Living Grove, because that Vine Prison thing is potentially very nasty, but it still is having to approach. Okay, I'm going to go for that. Okay. And this is the only position we can get down here that gives us a flank. And getting an attack off, I think, is better than the Bard's Song. We might as well stop it.
Did this gate just activate without bringing in anyone?
Stay on your guard.
Oh no, an invisible stalker is in the initiative order. What could have ever happened? Let's move over here. Raise our shield. Tokdar. Can't quite get into flank. Okay, it was double one, so it was like, how is that so little? We got hit by Vine Prison, which we saved. We took 10 damage, so nothing bad other than that happened. Okay. So here's the question. Where do we have to go to be able to get a shot on this stupid... There's standard cover. Can we do anything better than standard cover? It really doesn't feel like it. So I guess we'll come over here. Resists because it's unharmed Bacchiatic. Yeah, that's fine. Oh no, an invisible stalker. How could this have happened? Zorn's going to go next. Safi will probably go after that. Safi may need to heal. Oh, we literally can't see because of the tree there, so we can't hit the invisible stalker with this. Lovely. Okay. Let's get our Dirge of Doom activated, and I'm going to burn one of our True Strikes to make sure this is good. There we go. The Zorn is there. We just had a Sky Metal Striker appear here. Metal Elemental, 2 types of things, 2-headed Assault. Ouch, Temporal Stutter that can quickened or slowed. Okay, so let's see. First of all, let's burn a... we can't burn the heal. No, we can't. We need to Fairy Fire this thing. Tokdar's okay right now. Okay, and our Bless Radius is affecting everyone, so that's probably okay. Let's raise our shield defensively. Here comes the Sky Metal Striker. Well, that was nasty and all, but I want that thing dead first. Alright, let's evaluate. Planar Gate of Fire is about to activate. What have we got in the meantime? We have Sky Metal Striker, 25 AC, we can flank it, and it's pretty nasty. We have a Zorn, we can't flank it. It also is nasty, but it's easier, I think, going to be easier to kill the Sky Metal Striker, and I'm a little bit more worried about those things. Then we have the Invisible Stalker. It does have Sneak Attack. The base damage it does is a lot less, and it has less hit points. But I also can't flank it right now. Technically, I can't flank it with anyone. I think... come down here and we swing. Oh, that worked out well. Okay, I'm going to send Scarlet down here. And we'll do a hunted shot. Here Here comes the Invisible Stalker. Do we want to take this? Let's see. On one hand, that's tempting. On the flip side, we really want to get the Sky Metal Striker down first, so I think I'm not going to take it. Because we want to save a reaction to stop damage on Safi or Anna. I think this is the right move. Okay, we get that. Lingering Dirge of Doom, failure, move. I still get the Dirge of Doom. Miss. Zorn comes in. Yeah, I want to stop that.
I'm almost done. Just one more round.
That's nice. Okay, Toktar's getting really beat up here, so he's gonna need another heal. And we overhealed. No, I guess that's not exactly what he needed. How about that? Okay. Yeah, we should resist the damage. Okay. Now we have a reaction back. We are flanking the Sky Metal Striker. We missed. We missed. We missed. We are slowed down to 1, but we can still do a hunted shot with that. It's at 1 hit point, of course it is. Okay, so we still do our Lingering Dirge of Doom. We miss. I think this is the part where I go the hell with it. It's at 1 hit point. It's dead. Okay. 1 action, 1 magic missile. Good enough for me. So we got 2 living infernos to deal with. Level 5s, dealing fire persistent damage. They have a fireball each, but if they fireball us, they're probably going to hit the other things. Invisible Stalker and Zorn. The Invisible Stalker is probably higher priority. Zorn can't be flanked, and this has sneak attack. And if the infernos come over, we'll kill them too. Yeah, see, that hurt us, but it also blasted them.
Plane shift. Yes, it worked. Follow me, everyone.
To win this encounter, we must either defeat all enemies or all of us must move into the portal.
Let's say we're going to go with the defeat all enemies way here. Okay. What kind of heal do we use here? Safi needs health. That's what we're looking at. So if we probably we move him down. Maybe we move him down and we heal Toktar with a level 3 heal. I'm thinking we do that. I don't think we need to burn the best one. Okay. Toktar, we don't have a flank. And I think I want that Invisible Stalker down. Without the flank, the Invisible Stalker has higher AC. We won't get a flank with Scarlet. Okay, so we're going to try to take out the Zorn. The Invisible Stalker doesn't have anyone to flank with. It's not as bad. So that's lesser cover. I don't think we can get no target short of running like all the way up there. Which I'm trying not to do right now. What's our chance to hit? 65% chance to hit. So we'd have 65 and 40, or we have 75. I think the 65 and 40 are better. But of course, if we miss a swing lower on both, and you know, that's what happens. Hey, that helped. Hey, it nearly killed the Zorn. That's very considerate of it. Thank you. I don't know why I moved into flanking position. I can't be flanked. Habit, I guess. Disrupted, knocked prone. Nice. Okay. I don't think we're gonna need any heals. If we do, we can wait for emergencies. So let's give ourselves a healer's blessing just in case we do need to heal. And let's toss a needle dart. You're a much better target. So we should be able to... Let's go for you first. Then we'll go for you. Yeah. Then we'll try again there. Scarlet, and Hunter's Aim allows us to ignore concealed, so that shouldn't... Yeah. So if we look at this, it'll be 52% chance. Here it'll be 75 because we get to ignore the 20% concealed. But, you know, we could roll a 3 and miss anyway. Alright, let's finish this. Dirge of Doom is still running. No need to expend any more resources here. Pew 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 pew. This should be it.
Great job, team! Now, let's quickly follow Miss Brightshield.
Hooray! And we get +1 resilient leather armor and a potion of leaping. Huh. Potion of leaping is interesting. Let's give that in case Tokdar or somebody needs it. Resilient leather armor, we can detach the resilient rune and add it to... Let's give it to Tokdar. Yes, in theory we could have given it to Scarlet and saved some 34 gold, because eventually she'll want it too, but she's going to get hit with spells in the back less than Tokdar or Anna, so I'm more concerned with them. Okay, well we finally made it to heaven. Things are nice. Let's just talk to them kindly. The plane shift is a success and heaven looks beautiful, but something doesn't feel right. What is this approaching creature?
We're in the skies.
You're right. I can see Dawnsbury below.
It's an illusion. It looks like the sky, but we're actually on another plane of existence. In heaven.
What would happen if I fell down?
I don't know. It's not something that usually happens. We can all fly here.
But we can't.
Right, we'll need to get some potions of flying for you. We're on a ley line close to the city. I'll fly there, announce our presence, and return with an angel and the potions. And welcome to heaven, everyone. Welcome to my home.
Fly safe, Lori.
Battle Leader, are we the first ever mortals to reach heaven?
That's a question better suited to Sappy or Scarlet.
The souls of good mortals move here after they die. But if you're thinking about living mortals, then yeah, maybe.
It's possible. To plane shift, you need a tuning fork for the target plane. And those are rare.
What? A fork?
A tuning fork. It's a magical focus attuned to a specific plane, and usually comes from that plane. They're very rare.
And we didn't need one because we had a heaven native to attune us.
Ha! Then I am the first orc in heaven. Something feels strange here, though. Not in the air, but I feel stronger somehow.
You're feeling heaven's planar traits.
Yes, heaven is a lawful good aligned plane. Lawful and good spells get a +1 circumstance bonus to attack rolls and DCs. On the other hand, casting a chaotic or evil spell has an extra 25% failure chance here.
Something is coming, Anna. Look there.
It's an angel!
It's a wriggling abomination with a dozen mouths on stalks. This is not what an angel looks like, child.
No, it is! I read some angels can look very monstrous. Some can even be entirely covered with eyes.
But this one is covered with mouths, with toothy carnivorous mouths.
It radiates lawful good, but that doesn't mean much. There's so much law and good on this plane that it overwhelms my alignment sense.
It's preparing to cast Cloud Kill.
Then it is not an angel. Let's kill the abomination.
Okay. An elite Niogoth. Chaotic Evil Aberration Fiend. Immunities, Acid, Dominate, Fear. Okay, it's immune to fear. That's unfortunate. Resistances, Mental 10, Physical 10, except Cold Iron. Good thing we have Cold Iron. Weaknesses, Lawful 10. So I guess a Divine Lance would help there. Flying, it has Jaws, Mouth, Feeding Frenzy, Nauseating Display. Can stun and second people pretty badly. Acid Arrow, Cloud Kill, Caustic Blood. When the Niogoth takes piercing or slashing damage as a reaction, it can spray its acidic blood on adjacent creatures, dealing 5d6 acid damage. So that sounds like something we want to shut down. Okay. In the meantime, let's hunt prey. Because if it drops Cloud Kill on us, then we can move away. Presumably it's going to drop it on everyone over there. And we'll cast Gravity Weapon, and we will take our shots. And roll a 20. In Elite Niogoth isn't near solid ground and so can't be pinned by the bow criticalization special effect. Oh no. Alright, Tokdar failed. Cloud Kill moves every turn and it moves like away from the caster, so it should move down and to the right. So we're going to move, you know, not there. Safi, have that in case you need to heal. Oh, they're in a flat check, right? That could have been dangerous. Safi failed, takes 34 damage. Let's get out of the cloud. And is it worth risking it? I feel like the answer is no. So, we guess we might as well bless. Here's the problem. Here's what I'm thinking. Because Anna, what do we have? We have Inspire Courage, Dirge of Doom. If we're Inspiring Courage, but we can use other stuff. Okay, if we bless, we can use other things. Alright. On a critical failure, down to 7, so it took 72 damage, down to 10 hit points. Ouch. Let's definitely get out of there. And I think we should vanish. Alright. We're now invisible throughout the rest of the encounter. Scarlet, keep firing away. Yes, let's use counter performance. We rolled a success on the counter performance. Nice. Which means we didn't get... We got sickened one. Okay. Now that sickened one is just permanent, I think. We need to roll a 13. Oh, we didn't get a 13 and 3 rolls. Okay. Safi did it. Safi, you can see invisibility now. Anna is... Let's see. Yeah, this thing's immune to fear, so we can't even phantasmal killer it or anything like that. Let's see, we could haste our no, we want to try to shut it down with... That's right. We want to shut down its reaction. It's saved, but saving is fine. It still can't use reactions. Only a 45% chance to hit, which means these are just hoping for 20s. Cast Sphere, moves in. Okay, we critically failed, so we're going to be running away there. So let's move up here. We're frightened too, so that also hurts our chance to save, so we should wait at least one turn before we try to get rid of the sickened. But only a 30% chance, whatever, we'll try it. Yeah, we didn't succeed, but we only have a 5% chance if we attack one more time. Alright, Anna, you need some heals. Let's increase the bless radius here. Anna will now move up. This seems like a useful time to cast a True Strike. Oh, no, that actually was not a good time to cast True Strike, because I forgot we need to sustain Roaring Applause. So, that was a completely wasted spell. Okay. Really? You ran into the cloud kill? Sure, let's counter-perform. We succeeded, hooray! Okay, we did succeed at the retching. Tokdar is down 50 hit points. Let's hit him with that heal. Yeah, that topped him off. Increase the bless radius. Anna sustained a Roaring Applause. And we are sickened 1. Wretch, we need to roll a 17. That's not great. Hey, we hit at least. Scarlet critically failed over there. I guess we want to stand, like, over here, technically. Let's stand there. It's going to fly. Let's try to smack it. We missed. It has reach on its mouth? Okay. That's fine. Missed. Hit. Safi, get Scarlet up, please. Those were kind of iffy rolls. We have a good bless radius now. Sustain this. Move. Strike. Pick up bow. Kip up. We have a 40% chance to hit, or 50%. So it's 40 and 15, which is barely any better. But we can try to retch if we do this. So let's try to retch. We failed. Then we can do a hunted shot. We can prevent some damage there. We tried to smack it but missed. Well, she's dying 3 now, so that's not great. And she's grabbed, apparently. Okay. And we can't demoralize or anything. I think we just pray. I don't know. I meant to cast a healer's blessing on her before. I should have done that. That would have helped. Keep the no reactions. But if Scarlet gets crit again, she just dies. If we don't get her to enough positive hit points. I don't really want to do this, but I think we soothe her here. We need to get her out of the danger zone. Soothe shouldn't get boosted by Healer's Blessing, because it's... I didn't think it should. I'll have to mark a note down. I don't think Soothe should benefit from that, if I recall correctly. Alright, Scarlet can't... And we can try to escape, but it's going to be a really low chance, I assume. So we'd be unarmed attack, acrobatics, or athletics. If we used acrobatics, we have 17 versus its athletics DC. Its athletics is 21, so that's 31. So we would have to roll a 17 or better to escape. That does not seem like the greatest of outcomes there. 30% chance. Oh, and we're prone. We can't even kip up. Okay, well. Hey, we hit. Let's let the acid arrow through, because assuming it doesn't, if it targets Safi, who cares? He'll take a tiny bit of damage. If it hits anyone else, we can block it. I just hit the wrong button. I did hit the wrong button. I meant to not take it. Okay, well. We're down, this is our last big heal. Not counting, of course. Scrolls and the like. So if we swing once, we have a 40% chance to hit. But now we're down to a 15% chance to hit. So that's like an average of 1 damage, so I think it's actually better to come here and pop a 2-action magic missile in. Oh wait, we need to sustain our roaring applause so we don't take reaction damage. So I guess we can pop in, oh we should have used our true strike, pop in a level 1 magic missile, why not? Okay. Scarlet tries to retch, that's good. Hunter's aim. Let's prevent that damage. And it'll die. Blast him, Safi. Oh, well, we tried. And look, an enemy had 1 hit point. Oh no, what could we possibly do to do 1 guaranteed hit points worth of damage?
The body fell through the clouds.
It was a tentacled abomination. I don't think it had all that much loot anyway.
Anna, you'll love this. Check who I found. This is Ramiel, one of the 4 archangels of heaven. She agreed to accompany us to the city.
Greetings, friends. We don't often get visitors from the only plane that really matters. You are welcome here.
We are very grateful, Ramiel. We've come with a request.
You're seeking the tiara of open skies. Lori told me. It's not something we can lend you easily. You'd have to plead your case before the Council of Archangels.
We should tell her about the abomination.
We were attacked by a tentacled monster when we arrived here.
That's not really possible. You're in heaven. We don't have tentacled monsters. And if we did, they wouldn't be aggressive.
I swear it happened.
I can start an investigation. Perhaps a captive monster could have escaped from a menagerie. But now come, friends. There will be no more fighting with weapons for you today. Today, you will need to fight with your words.
It's okay, we have a bard. We're good at that. Alright. And we got potions of flying, nothing else. And so we will resume next time, where apparently we are reached the majestic council of angels in heaven, and we're given an opportunity to plead our case. So we shall see how that goes. See you next time.